Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. Wow. How are you doing? Anyway, checking koko kin na ẹ̀yin gidi ẹ̀yin pàtàkì. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for following us. And if you're new here, we say you welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Imagine pé gbogbo data ọmọ Nigerians ó wà lórí internet, ó wà lórí ó wà remotely. Ṣé irú ẹni tó jáná yẹn ṣé kìí ṣe pé ládélé lábá gbèsè ẹ̀lẹ́ àbí lá lọ face penalty later. But because they know that kò sí ní tá ti fẹ́ rí mọ́, ó lè kúrò, ó lè dáràn ní Èkó kó lọ Abuja. Even with the NIN, ṣe máa wọn kan ṣe fraud up till now, you know. So I don't know. I think.
Big boss.
Yes, sir.
NIN yẹ ló bí mi nínú. NIN yẹ.
Jerry.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ Big boss. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ yáwó ní online nísìnyí, wọ́n á ní kẹ́ input NIN yín pẹ̀lú BVN. How on earth will someone will use my NIN without my phone number? Without getting the
Ìyàwó.
Without and the bank will be telling you don't know the bank is not safe in Nigeria to be saving money.
Sherry, eléyìí tó ń bí mi inú lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tí mi ò tí lè understand.
And some people are still supporting bank.
Ó ní voters card. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní kò ní sí voters card mọ́? Láti fi dìbò next election yìí, I don't know how to. What are we doing?
Kí lẹ rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ta ló máa parí ìjà àwọn Karimo àti
Kò ní parí lórúkọ Jésù.
Ọlọ́run ní ó parí lórúkọ Jésù. Ọlọ́run ní bá wọn parí ẹ̀. Nǹkan tó ń fẹ́ sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Bọ́lá tí.
Mo ń sọ fọ́rẹ̀ mi kan, mo ní Bọ́lá tí yẹ kọ́ lọ mọ́ jó báyìí ni. Ẹ wo iye tó dé Adams àbí kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ yẹ. The first statement ọkọ máa raise nígbà kan kó ọ̀dọ̀ Karimo ni pé Karimo ni nurse. Karimo ni nurse. That's the first statement ọkọ raise. Ibẹ̀ lẹ́rú báyìí pé Karimo ni nurse. Làbúrò yín wá ń ké ní òwúrọ̀ ẹ̀ lágún méjìlá. Mo dey respect yín, mo dey respect. Mo ní ìjáwọ̀ ní parí o.
mo fi ìwọ ló máa ṣètò ẹ̀ onílé tí ń bá
Nítorí lánàá lọ́yẹ̀ pariwo láti ẹ̀gùn kè mo kódà kórìí yín ti burú òkè bó lè gbọ́dá láti fẹ́ gùn. Káyé pẹ́ kọjá báyìí, ọbẹ̀ kì í pariwo ni.
ẹ má bù wọn.
Bọ́lá tí ẹ wo àsìkò tó yẹ káàgùn máa bu wọn lélẹ̀ because ó ti commit atrocity lóríṣiríṣi.
Mo ní kí ẹ má bù wọn bí ẹ má bù wọn ẹ fún wọn lẹ.
Àbú wọn. Bọ̀ nípa ti ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ tó kú tèmi ti fẹ́ sọ nípa ẹ̀ èmi rí lẹ́sìn kọ́ lórí ti gbọ́dọ̀ pé máa yẹn drive mọ́tò pé kínní àwa abiyamọ láyé yẹn bá ti mọ̀ pé òun ti làkàkà àbí òun ti gan ayé obìnrin ó ti bímọ sí ayé yìí ká máa wo ìwà tí a máa wù anybody bá fẹ́ wùwà tí ò dá ká wá kọ́ máa wò ó pé àwọn ọmọ wa máa wà ń bẹ̀ torí kí n bá kí máa yẹn ó fi ara balẹ̀ ó dúró fún àwọn pípù yìí ni irú ikú tó jẹ́ kó pa ọmọ yìí ní àná ẹni bá jorí ahun tó yẹ tẹ ọmọ yẹn lẹ̀ omi á bọ́ lójú ẹ̀ because kò rò pé kò ṣe ọmọ yẹn kọ́ ló wà ní mọ́tò bí ọmọ mẹ́ta ló kó sínú mọ́tò ó dẹ̀ ń bá àwọn èèyàn tó àwọn róṣe àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀nà tó ń sọ pa kíní ó dẹ̀ ń bá wọn jà no láìfù yóò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ anybody wọ́n fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ìkà ká kọ́kọ́ máa wọlé ká kọ́kọ́ máa wọ àwọn ọmọ tí a filẹ̀ ká wò kó tó ti jáde lára wa pé kò sí kọ́tà bá ṣe láyé ìyàwó ọmọ yìí máa kẹ́sùn ẹ̀. That's my own submission nǹkan tó mi fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn.
Yes, you are right.
Ẹ má bínú ibi tí mo wà ń pariwo ẹ má bínú download ẹ káàárọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀dá láti ẹ káàárọ̀ sà yeah download nǹkan tẹ́ sọ all right but ẹ jẹ́ ká wá padà lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn náà ṣáwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn ò rí wípé àwọn ọmọ wà nínú ibẹ̀ yẹn tí èèyàn bá gba one way
tinted glass ló pè tinted glass yes.
All right tí èèyàn bá gba one way ṣé next thing ní kán fìbọn dá dúró even at tinted glass ló jẹ́ tí èèyàn bá gba one way pé drive nǹkan tí ó yẹ kó drive.
Oníléeṣẹ́ tí wọ́n
ní gbogbo NIN.
ẹ wo fídíò yẹn.
mi ti wo so next thing kan ni kán fìbọn dá dúró náà kí ni gbogbo plate number tó ń mú gbogbo everything gbogbo NIN gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ kí ni gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ fún tí wọ́n lè mú plate number ẹ̀ kán dẹ̀ mọ bọ́n ṣe máa investigate bọ́n yìí máa wá lọ kán ṣe máa lọ arrest ẹ̀ tó fi jẹ́ pé next thing ni pé kán yìnbọn. No.
Sherry, tẹ́ bá wo fídíò yẹn ẹ máa rí pé driver yẹn was ready to even kill I think everybody should watch that video kó tó di pé a sọ̀rọ̀. Máa yẹn tó bá téèyàn bá dúró síwájú ẹ̀ ó ready láti pa bó ṣe ń wa mọ́tò yẹn. Tó o bá fẹ́ gba one way gan, ó tún níbo àṣefọpọlọ gba one way. I'm sorry to say this.
tóun ló ń gbá gbogbo mọ́tò tó ń gbá
Òun ló
mọ́tò.
gbá gbogbo ẹ̀yẹn under black yẹn kò make
Yes,
sense now. Ẹja àwòrán náà.
key boss, you are right 100%.
Ó
Ṣé rí
ṣẹlẹ̀.
ìgbà tí mo wo fídíò yẹn nǹkan tó kàn ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé tí mo fi lè blame àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn gan ni pé ṣé rí Nàìjíríà àwọn ọlọ́pàá wa they shoot anyhow, they shoot at every simple thing. Nǹkan tá a fi máa blame wọn nìyẹn, but nǹkan tí màá yẹn ṣe to me màá yẹn ló pa ọmọ yẹn.
Prince 1 minute. Prince
báwo ni.
mo wà.
ok nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ ní lórí yẹn ẹ jọ ọlọ́pàá lẹ́bi bàbá ọmọ ló pọ̀ mọ́ ẹ̀ because ìwọ tó kọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ sí
God bless you, sir.
tó bá value lára ọmọ yẹn o ò ní drive against the traffic wọ́n dẹ̀ wá ń dá ẹ dúró ẹ̀tọ́ ẹ dúró kówó àwọn ọmọ tó wà ní mọ́tò before anything gbogbo àdàmọ̀ kó rí àwọn law enforcement wà orí wọn ò pé bọ̀ tí wọ́n bá dúró nǹkan yẹn ò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ bàbá yẹn yẹ́dẹ̀ láti pa anything tó wà wájú ẹ̀ láti fi evade law why ókè kí ló wá mú dúró ọlọ́pàá kọ́ ló dá dúró at the end of the day.
tóun náà bá tiẹ̀ lọ pààyàn ńkọ́ pẹ̀lú bó ṣe ń wa mọ́tò yẹn tó lọ pa àwọn èèyàn.
Tẹ́ bá wo fídíò yẹn èèyàn 100 bá wà wájú ẹ̀ before ẹ̀ bá pa wọ́n dànù. And in that situation they have to use deadly force to stop him. But tẹ̀bí fún ààrẹ ló lọ dúró níwájú nígbà tó fọ́pọ́ mọ̀ ń kígbe. Kì í ṣe pọ́lọ́pàá ló padà dá dúró náà. Ìgbà tó tó àlẹ́ yìí mọ́tò kígbe ló lọ pull up níwájú. Nǹkan tí wàá ti ṣe at the beginning òun ṣe at the end of the day. Ẹ tún wá wò bàtí ó dúró tán tó rí pé nǹkan ti ba ọgbọ́n èyí tó jẹ́ kó gbọ́ ọmọ lọ sí emergency ó lọ́ bá ọlọ́pàá jà ṣé solution nìyẹn? Is that the solution? Ìbọn ti bá ọmọ ẹ ọmọ tó jẹ́ kó gbé ìgbàlígbàlígbà ó lọ hospital ó lọ́ bá ọlọ́pàá jà kálọ́gbọ́n mẹ́ lọ sí hospital ọmọ ẹ lè bá kú.
ọmọ yẹn ò lè survive ẹ bàbá ọmọ yẹn ò lè survive ẹ.
Ọmọ yẹn ò lè sọ because ìbọn bá ní spinal cord ní ẹ̀yìn.
Máa yẹn ní the psychiatric evaluation.
Ọlọ́run ìṣirò ẹ̀ bàbá mi ò rópin ọmọ yẹn ò lè survive ẹ̀ látẹ̀yìn nìbọn yẹn ti bá ọ̀pá ẹ̀yìn màá ó ti bá.
Ó dẹ̀ blood yẹn gush out ni.
pé mi ì dispute ṣẹ́rí nǹkan tẹ̀sán ẹ̀ right but notwithstanding ọmọ yẹn àbí tí mo ti lọ bá mo rí mọ́tò ẹ̀ rí ṣé ti rí fídíò yẹn ṣáà bà ṣé ti rí.
I saw the video all I'm saying ni pé first aid yìí ti pàtàkì whether ó máa kú ó máa ṣe why ìgbésẹ̀ hospital náà kò ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀.
mo understand yín ẹ right nǹkan tẹ̀sán right.
Justice for that poor.
nǹkan tẹ̀sán right.
Thank you, my brother.
Ẹ ṣé sà.
Ó yẹ kán lọ yẹ brain ní máa yẹn wò náà.
Ṣé rí bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan?
Okay, Prince, you can continue.
Mr. Lati, tẹ́ ẹ bá wo fídíò yẹn dáadáa, máa yẹn ó gbá mọ́tò àwọn road safety yẹn, ó dẹ̀ bà mọ́tò àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn náà jẹ́. Ó fúnra ẹ̀ jáde láti escape ni. As a responsible man, you have your children behind the car. You are driving. O respect àwọn ọmọ tó gbé sẹ́yìn, o kọ́ wọn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gidi. Ó tún wá ṣẹ́rí máa yẹn, ó yẹ kán arrest ẹ̀ kán dẹ̀ jẹ́lẹ̀ fún nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn. Máa yẹn ó wà at fault. Then àwọn ọlọ́pàá náà tó ṣẹ́rí àti mọ́ta àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn ṣẹ́rí ní Nàìjíríà yìí fún nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn ẹ máa lọ wò máa yẹn nìkan ni wọ́n á dì mú.
Àwọn méjèèjì nìkan ṣá sí court.
Ó náà ni àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣe nìyẹn.
Àwọn méjèèjì.
Wọ́n lè dá lé bàbá ọmọ
wọ́n máa charge máa yẹn fún reckless driving wọ́n dẹ̀ máa charge ọlọ́pàá fún
manslaughter.
Yes.
Correct.
That is it.
Ẹ ṣàyẹ̀wò ọpọlọ fún máa yẹn náà.
Ẹ káàsán.
Tẹ́ bá rí ibi tí ìbọn yẹn tó gbà wọlé lára ká yẹn AK-47 lára ọmọ ékeré ẹ wá ní kò ní kú straight lẹ́yìn.
Ẹ ó dọ̀nà Prince kí lẹ wí nú ẹ mọ́ mi wá.
Ẹ káàsán gbogbo lé o ẹ kó wájú.
mo kàn rí pé most of the cases I can learn from it. Àwọn èèyàn kan máa ń discuss ọ̀rọ̀ bọ́rọ̀ bá ṣe jẹ́ ni I can learn pẹ̀lú situation ẹnìkan. Now, every time a máa pariwo ọlọ́pàá, we are all in the system. In tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí, when I watched the video, I felt bad for that boy. Pé irú bàbá wo ló bí ẹ? Because ó hàn wípé pé bàbá ẹ̀ gan kò kí ń ṣe ẹni tí ó lè tó nǹkan. That is the simple thing tí mo rí. Bàbá ẹ̀ ò lè tó lé at all. You were driving so recklessly tó ṣe wípé tí ọmọ kékeré bá wà níbẹ̀ yẹn tí ò tètè gbéra ẹ̀ already láti fi wá mọ́tò gun orí ẹ̀. Why? Just because your son was going for an exam. That was this. Into foolish jù nínú gbogbo reason láyé nìyẹn. Tí ọmọ bá fail exam kàbí tó ọmọ bá ṣe exam kan, ṣé ó fẹ́ kú ni? Ṣé ìyẹn ó prefer yẹn ju nǹkan tó ṣe lọ? Ó hàn wípé tí màá yẹn gan bá gbá èèyàn ní àná yẹn kò ní dúró ká ní nǹkan kan ṣọmọ ẹ̀. A máa wá bújọba. Àwa gangan nìṣòro ara wa ní Nàìjíríà yìí, and we are not ready for the change. Àmú gbogbo ẹ̀ á dálé ìjọba lórí. Àwọn wo níjọba? Àwọn ọlọ́pàá àti àwa níjọba. Àwa nìkan àwọn ìjọba wa tó wà lórí ipò yìí ní kọ̀kọ́ níjọba. Èyí táwa gan dálẹ̀ fúnra wa ní problem. Lánàá yẹn tó wáyé pé gba ẹlòmíì tó sá lọ, ṣé ìjọba lè ní problem lánàá yẹn? If we go back to the man's home, it shows that he has not been a responsible person. Because you have to be responsible to be a responsible father. It shows that he has been a reckless and irresponsible person. Àwọn ọmọ tó kó sínú mọ́tò. Tó bá ṣe pé gbogbo yín ní accident ní àná yẹn, tí mọ́tò yẹn tumble tí gbogbo wọn kú. Ṣé o ṣayé àwọn ọmọ yẹn dáadáa nìyẹn? We should learn for patience. Sùúrù ló máa ń tó gbogbo nǹkan, kò ń ṣe wàdùwàdù, kò ń ṣe girigiri. Ojú ẹ wá dáńgbà tó ṣọmọ lọ́mọ léṣe tán. Gbogbo aládẹ mọ bí hospitals ṣe rí. I always pray for my parents pé àti àwọn èèyàn mi tó wà Nàìjíríà pé Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kí kankan nu yín sick débi pa máa dèrò hospital, because the thing tí mo experience mi ò ní dárúkọ bẹ̀ because orí afẹ́fẹ́ ni mo wà. Hospital ńlá kan Nàìjíríà ni tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ dáadáa tó tóbi dáadáa ní ìlú Ìbàdàn. Ibẹ̀ ni ìyá mi ti ṣe tán. The fact pé wọ́n lò 35 years ní ibẹ̀ yẹn lásán kò yẹ kí wọ́n wọ ibẹ̀ kí wọ́n máa pòṣé sí the level of ìtọ́jú táwọn èèyàn rí. The fact pé wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ ń bẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ní ọjọ́ èní kò sí kankan náà ẹbí mi tó lè lọ síbẹ̀ mọ́. Kò sí nǹkan méjì torí bí ibẹ̀ ṣe dà. Àwọn tó handle bẹ̀ gbogbo nǹkan about the place. A very, very big hospital. So àdúrà tí mo kọ́kọ́ máa ń ṣe ni pé ìkọ́kọ́ ní yóò tiẹ̀ ní ṣàárẹ̀ débi wípé a máa sáré gidigba káàkiri. À ń bọ̀ sí ìwọ tó wá rí ikúlẹ̀ báyìí tó wá ń lọ káàkiri ṣó fẹ́ ṣe ẹlòmíì léṣe ni. Where are we rushing to? The change begins with us. That is nǹkan tí mo kàn fẹ́ ká mú lọ lé nìyẹn. The change begins with us. We can't continue to say pé nǹkan ò dá, economy ò dá, financial kìíní kan ò ṣe, àwa gangan ò ṣe pé kí ìlú yìí dá. Tó bá ṣe wípé ọmọ ẹnìkan bóyá àwọn tó ń tọrọ owó gan, they could be beside the road nígbà tó fi ń sáré káàkiri yìí. Little patience. Ó dẹ̀ ṣe kó jẹ́ pé ó ń bínú bọ̀ láti ilé ni tí ò fún rẹ̀ ní sùúrù kékeré tí ò bá ṣe.
Àwa tá wà nínú ìlú, àwọn ọmọ ìlú gan àti ìjọba gbogbo wa lájọ dá.
Gbogbo wa lájọ dá. Ó dẹ̀ wà nínú ìwé mímọ́ wípé bí ẹ bá ṣe rí ni olórí tí màá fún yín.
Ìwà làwa náà ṣe ń hùwà.
No, bá a ṣe rí ni ìjọba ni àwọn olórí wa ṣe rí. Bá a ṣe rí ni olórí tọ́lọ́run fún wa ṣe rí. Ní sùúrù, fẹ́ kí nǹkan dá. We are so selfish and greedy. I just want to implore us to it is not about prayer. Bàbá mi, àdúrà wa ti gbà ní Nigeria already. It is not about prayer. We keep praying. We don't walk towards our prayers. And that's the problem we have. Èrè lómi àti mọ́ṣáláṣí bọ́ta, ìta sọ lẹ́nu àbíwà tó máa wù ẹ́ jọ́ngi lórí, àbíkẹ́ fún ní ìfọ̀tí pé wọ̀.
gbogbo ẹ̀ náà lájọ ń rí ṣẹ́ni ò pray láàárọ̀ kó tó kúrò nílé ṣó wùwà tó àdúrà tó ń gbà ọlọ́mọ jẹ́ ń pàdé ní tí ó jẹ mí o ọlọ́mọ jẹ́ ń kó alákòóbá o ọlọ́mọ jẹ́ ń kó ẹni tó máa ṣe kíní kan o did you walk towards the prayer tó o ṣe kó tó kúrò nílé? May God help us. We come here every day to talk about so many things. What I see is people just talk, they don't walk towards the betterment of that country, of the growth. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ra rẹ̀ fẹsẹ̀ sí bàbá ló pa ọmọ ẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá ò ní problem òun ló ṣe ọmọ ẹ̀ léṣe.
Thank you.
ẹjọ́ má bínú fọ́rọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ ń sìn ẹjọ́ má bínú fọ́rọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ ṣe rí problem Nigeria is kò sí consequences fún every actions wa Nigeria gbogbo wa tá à ń wù kò sí ìdájọ́ fún pé tó o bá hùwà báyìí ìdájọ́ ẹ̀ ní tó o bá hùwà báyìí ìdájọ́ ẹ̀ ní lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ tí ìdájọ́ bá wà fún gbogbo wa tá à ń wù ní Nàìjíríà everybody máa reset kí ló dé táwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà máa ń wà ní òyìnbó tí brain wọn máa ń reset kí ló dé tá a fi ń obey every laws nílùú òyìnbó so kò sí nǹkan kan Nàìjíríà kan live gburugburu ní everybody kàn ṣe nǹkan tó wù ú kò sí ìdájọ́ fún anything nǹkan tí mo kàn ní mo fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn. Thank you.
You are right. Please, I want to.
Prince, wọ́n máa bẹ̀rù lóyìnbó tó bá break iná lásán camera light tó bá break ẹ̀ bóyá wà ní 60 high speed tó yẹ kó o pè é 60 lọ tó bá lọ sá 70 tí camera bá ti mú ẹ wàá san £100 wàá tún lọ sí test brain ẹ pé ṣé brain ṣe wèrè ń bẹ lórí ẹni.
Mind system.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́ má bínú. AOA, is it the hospital's fault now? Rárá o, mi sọ pé fault hospital o. Mo kàn sọ ni pé ó yẹ kí a máa sá fún irú nǹkan tó lè cause a problem fún wa. The way we lọ hospital ni mo mean. Kò kí ń ṣe nǹkan tí mo mean nìyẹn. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì, àwọn ìlú tí gbogbo wa ń gbé yìí tó rọrùn yìí kò ń ṣe wípé àyà wèrè. Gbogbo wa la ti mọ consequences tó wá pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ lóòótọ́. Tó bá kọjá àyè rẹ̀ mo gba ibì kan jọ kan wọn lé mi káàkiri they just say wọ́n kàn ra mú lẹ́tà wálé fún mi ni mi ìdẹ̀ tiẹ̀ kúkú mọ̀ pé kò yẹ kí n gba bẹ̀ gan 80 pound ni wọ́n fún mi ní ìwọ̀wọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ṣẹ̀ ni mo san tọ́lọ́pàá kòkò ní mú ẹ̀ sí ṣé wọ́n mọ̀lé mi ni plate number mi mọ́tò mi ni wọ́n fi dá mi mọ̀ náà wọ́n fi find kíní ibi tí database wà nìyẹn àwa ni à ń ṣera wa kò kí ń ṣe wípé bẹ́ẹ̀ àjọba kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣe wá bá àwọn ọlọ́pàá yà ti mọ̀ wọ́n àmọ́ bó ṣe máa ń ṣe àwa ní kára máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ pẹ̀lú wọn ọlọ́pàá dá wa dúró a máa sọ òyìnbó níbo àìmọye àwọn tó ti waste dànù tí wọ́n lè délé sọ.
Sheyi ma, thank you ma. Sheyi ma, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good afternoon and good evening. I want to thank all of us again this morning. And you see, I would like to make my points from two standpoints. Number one, a lot of people in Nigeria just don't care and they think they don't have to obey the law, they don't have to do the right thing because people are not held accountable for a lot of things. And I will start with data. You see, the government in Nigeria need to start putting data together in Nigeria for everybody. Because we don't have data, you can't even trace people with their cars, with their name. How do people get here? How do people get here? They went this way? Really? Give me a second, sorry. So, that is one thing that the government needs to take into account. Because if you take one way, and have a good day, okay?
Okay, I think it's busy.
So, if you know, yeah, it's okay, I'm back. Don't worry, I'll just
Okay, sir.
So, now if somebody commit an offense, in Nigeria, everybody they know that there's no way they can be traced.
But if you're in a developed world, if you commit an offense with your car, all they need to take is your registration. Once anybody gets your registration, the government knows where you live. You know, they can always come there or send you fine. Like if somebody is taking one way, you don't have to talk to the person. I mean, if you know that you have to pay so much for whatever reason, something happened to me, and I was passing a toll for some time. I didn't know my Easy Pass was not working, and I was asked to pay cumulative. I didn't even know, with charges. It's not even the money for the toll. Over $6,000 I had to pay. And if you pay that kind of money, will you ever want to commit or go through such thing? You will always check and see, oh, is this thing working? Is there money on this thing or something like that, you know? So when there's fine, a lot of all these things will be avoided. But because people are not charged, people don't get. Oh, why am I calling back? People don't get. They don't owe people for whatever they do, and all this thing is the reason is because there's no data, because we don't know who is who, you know. And the national identification number that they are doing, this is what they should start doing with it. Start leaking. Make sure you know for every registration where we all live, where people live. Let it be linked to it, so that when somebody plate number is linked, if you have a car, your car is linked to your NIM, your house address is linked to it. That way, we are able to have data. Then we will be able to hold people accountable for so many things. And that's the reason why somebody will be able to use his full chest and start facing one way, facing oncoming traffic, because he knows nothing is going to be done. If anybody stop him, probably is going to give them money and go. Whatever I joined, whatever transpired between them that caused that to happen, I don't know. But the basis of it is that he was on a one-way traffic. So again, these are things that we'll keep saying all these things. I know probably governments or government officials, some of them are listening to us. Please, we should start looking at data, putting data together. It might take a couple of years to get everything put together and get people accounted for. That's my first view about that. The second part, I'm sorry, just a little more time. The second part is the part of law enforcement people are carrying firearm. Before, not everywhere, but in many states, before you, as an individual, before you can even carry firearm, you must be able to get a license for it. And not just that, you have to go to the range to be able, because they want to be sure that when you shoot somebody, we are trying to shoot somebody, the target, whatever target you are aiming, is that target, you don't go and kill someone else. I see that a lot of police in Nigeria that has gun are not trained on firearm. The use and the carriage of firearm. And not just that, a lot of them, you know, to join full mental, psychiatric, everything, background check and all that. These are the things that the government should also look into before you assign anybody to carry firearm. A lot of these policemen are shooting and they have stray bullet meeting people because they don't even know how to carry firearm. If you have been into a range before, you will see, or you can tell what it is to shoot a gun. Starting from a gun like a Glock, because of the weight, the heaviness of it when you shoot. So if you don't handle it very well, if you shoot, you're going to shoot a wrong person because you don't have the training. I'm sure a lot of policemen I don't even know if they have range in Nigeria, These are the things that they have to look at. Before you assign somebody to carry a firearm, you need to train the person on the use and the carriage of or
Your network. Thank you, sir. FX networking. Mommy be renewed. Let's have you go to Sheton.
Good morning, ẹ káàárọ̀ gbogbo ilé ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́ o, wherever you are. Thank you, everyone. Prince ẹ káàárọ̀ onílé, Ṣèyí man, Key Boss, Damlog, I think Olori Ebi,
Good.
Good morning, ma.
ẹ
Good
káàárọ̀.
afternoon, ma.
Abiri ni o, ẹ̀kọ́
Yes.
ọjọ́ mẹ́ta o.
Ọjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú sir, ọjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú. Sherry, my discussion is going to be in two parts. Let me just say that. Unfortunately, Nigeria is a failed system. And it's a deliberate attempt by the government to make it a failure. It's not as if our governments do not know what to do and that they do not have the resources. Sharia NIN they know that the purpose that NIN is to be able to trace people, to identify their names, where they live and everything. Àwọn kan ló máa gba contract yẹn. But because of the money they wanted to make out of it, that was why they were, making people go through the process of NIN, which was not even conducive, which was not even palatable to a lot of Nigerians. One more. Is a failure. One more make Nigeria, and it's because of their own atrocities. So that one only trace one. Because if this NIN, it's just the NIN, no. If it is working, a lot of government officials will be affected. That is why they are not making it work at all. So Nigeria is a failed system, but they are deliberately making it a failure just because they want to enrich their own pockets, unfortunately. Because when Baba first shoot, just like Mr. Sheyiman said, I don't even think we have gun range in Nigeria. Me rò pé àwọn ọlọ́pàá wọn gan lọ fún mental evaluation. Eléyìí tó bá kàn ti jẹ́ pé ó jọmọ burúkú kan lé tí ò kí ń gbọ́ràn làwọn òbí ẹ̀ máa ní àwọn òpó ẹ̀kan wà níbì kan ẹ bá mi gbà sí iṣẹ́ jẹ́ kó bá ṣe iṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá. Nothing, no background check, nothing is done. And it's quite unfortunate. That is for the government. Then for the parents of that boy, ìyá ọmọ yẹn, ìyá tó bí àwọn ọmọ yẹn, number one, ó jẹ́ kó kọ́kọ́ kó àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ kó sá lọ fún ọkọ olórí burúkú tó fẹ́ yẹn, kò rọ́kọ fẹ́. Because if that man love his children in the first place and respect humanity, èèyàn bíi tiẹ̀, I swear, even tó bá ṣe mistake pé òun gba one way yẹn gan lásán, kò ní á dúró á ro tàwọn ọmọ tó ń kó sínú mọ́tò. And the excuse was torí pé ọmọ fẹ́ lọ ṣe exam. Ọmọ fẹ́ lọ ṣe exam. Ṣé òun nìkan lọmọ máa kọ́kọ́ ṣe exam ni? Because I saw that people were emotional even in the video. But we always shy away from taking responsibility for our actions. Accountability, we always shy away from it. That man was just a very wicked human being. Kò fẹ́ràn àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Because tó bá jẹ́ pé kò wicked ni, kò ní ní kó àwọn ọmọ sínú mọ́tò tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé mọ́tò ẹ̀ wà tinted. For the mere fact pé mọ̀ pé mọ́tò tó ń wà gan wà tinted, ṣé ló jẹ́ kó wà law abiding. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ wà nínú mọ́tò, and you decided to endanger the lives of those children. Tọ́lọ́pàá gan ò bá shoot àwọn ọmọ yẹn. Tó bá yẹ pé lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ sẹ́nu trailer ńkọ́. Because when I saw that video, this man was just ready to kill anybody, anyone at sight. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá ní tiwọn, but as a parent, if you love and respect your children and you respect human lives, I don't think he will just wake up and decide pé kíní. People might just be saying, boya èdì lòdì, boya inú ń bí láti ilé ni. Excuse me.